Hello and welcome to Turbo Thumbs. I am Rasta Joe, and this is Thumb Through. We are thumbing through The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX for the Game Boy Color. Let's get to it.
Alright, so we're back. I did a quick save, which forces you to log out of the game and come back in. And when I got back, this guy is following me. You can't see him right now because he's directly underneath me. But he's saying, "The house, take me. The house at the bay." He's a ghost! There's a ghost following me wherever I go. And we can get a little bit closer to the house, because that's where he wants to go. By taking the warp here. And this is not where we wanted to be, but that's where we will go next. Here we go. So his house is down by the beach. So that's where we'll go to next. And now I do want supplies. I'm pretty good. So no need to refill. Every time you change screens, there's like haunting noise has to go off. You know that? Yeah. But we'll take him to the house. You know, that reminds me of something else. Ghosts and whatnot. When I was a kid, I lived in Bolingbrook, Illinois. And in that house, I never felt like it was haunted or anything. But there were a few times where I did have some experiences I couldn't explain. Like, one day I was just in my room, and it was evening, and I went to go out of my room, and as I left, I saw my shadow walking out with me out of the corner of my eye. Oh, this is what's... Here, enter my house. So as I was walking out of the room, I saw my shadow walk out with me, and out of the peripheral of my vision, I saw what appeared to be another shadow walk in on the opposite wall, which was strange. He's checking out his house now. I knew what light my shadow came from, but I couldn't figure out what light the other shadow came from because my one light was the only light on in my room. Nostalgia. Unchanged. Boo-hoo. Enough. Cemetery. Take me. My grave. Hope that comes off sounding spooky and not just retarded. But yeah, and I saw the same type of thing a few different times, and I never could figure out how it was happening. I referred to them as the shadow people. And like I said, I never felt like haunted or anything there. I don't really believe that hauntings are real. But, hell, what do I know? I'm just some dude who plays video games on the internet. What else? Let's see. Recently, my wife told me, because my wife believes in ghosts and hauntings and things of that nature. She tells me that there is a spirit haunting me, or following me, that appears to be a woman about in her 40s, which is strange. I don't really know anyone in their 40s who died and would want to follow me, or anything like that. Well, I don't know. It's weird. But ever since she told me that, Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night just because I'm uncomfortable or whatever, or gotta pee or who knows what.
My grave, take me. My grave.
I know! It's where we're going. Chill out. Anyway, what's our trade item? Hibiscus, okay. So anyway, I'll wake up in the middle of the night, and I'll think I see something. And I'll keep staring at the spot where I see it, but it never turns out to be anything. It's just like a collection of shapes that happen to come together to my brain's pattern recognition puts together as some sort of ghosty whatever. I'll tell you though, it feels pretty weird in the moment. That is for certain. We got 15. Pretty sure I already got the one here. Oh, this is the one Bow Wow told me to get, right? Yeah. I already got that one. So here's his grave.
Thank you. A jar in my home. Look inside. Bye. Bye.
Hoot. It has been some time since our paths crossed, lad. You must dive into the waters of Martha's Bay to enter the catfish's maw. The closer you get to the windfish, the more restless he sleeps. Carry onward. Hoot. Alright, thanks. Here's another photo op. Let's get that out of the way.
Ah, how I love pictures. Hey, Link, what are you doing here? You want to know about that ghost? Huh? I'll bet he's happy, thanks to you. Are you ready for a picture?
Yeah, let's take a picture with a grave.
I'll call this I Was Very Afraid. Smile.
Ho ho, the ghost is in the picture! Recently we went on a trip to St. Augustine here in Florida, which, if you pay attention in history class, you may know is the oldest city in the United States. And being the oldest city, it of course has its plenty of haunting stories. And so we actually went on 2 different tours of haunted parts of St. Augustine, and they were interesting. Where was I going? Ah, screw it. We're right by the mouse. Let's go check out pictures real quick. See how our album's coming along. So yeah, the first one we went on was a horse-drawn carriage ride, and the lady doing it, she told us all kinds of ghost stories about different parts of the town. And the town, the original part of St. Augustine, is very small. It's like only a mile big. But one of the stories that she told us was about the gates of the city, the old city gate. Obviously they don't use it as a city gate anymore, it's just a gate that stands there. And supposedly there was a little girl back in the time when the gate was actually used that loved to stand around the gate and pretend she was a soldier. There's our first picture. And she would wave people into the city and stuff like that. And apparently she died still at a young age. So there's from when we jumped in the well with Marin and she landed on me. It's a pretty deathly look on Link's face. Marin's just ass stomping you. But so after the carriage ride, we went back to the gate on foot, and we're just checking it out. It's right by plenty of other attractions, and so we're checking out the gate. And there's these like holes that are like just big enough for a man to stand inside, pretty much. Like almost like a small closet, but even smaller. And so, you know, just to mess around, I had my camera out and I was taking pictures. And I was looking in those holes, and in those holes, I just remember a bird had made its nest. And the holes, they're kind of blocked up with wood now, but you can still look in them. And so anyway, I was saying hello into the holes of this gate, and like, is anybody there? And just crap like that. And right as I was about to leave, I said hello one more time, and I heard hello, and it sounded like a little girl. I shit you not. I couldn't even believe it myself, and I kind of like stood straight up, and I was like, whoa, okay, I'm gonna leave now, and I just walked away, and took a couple more pictures from a little further away, but nothing interesting in them but the gate itself. So, that's about all my paranormal experience. I will say, though, that show, Ghost Hunters, or whatever it is, which I believe to be totally fake and complete crap, and they're definitely acting scared, and most of the crap you see on that show is definitely a total setup. But I've heard from both tours that they did an episode on the lighthouse in St. Augustine, and apparently it's like the best episode of that show. And I kind of want to check it out, even though I'm sure whatever happens is totally staged. But hey, you know, it might be entertaining. And if you like ghost stuff like that, go check it out, why not? And if you're in Florida, definitely go to St. Augustine. Aside from the haunting, whatever, it's a nice little city. There's a lot of stuff to see there. They cram it all into like 1 square mile, pretty much. But it is nice, I will say. We stayed there for like 6 days, and it was a great trip. But yeah, so much history in that place. French Huguenots were these like religious people who got their shit fucked up in that city. There's a fort there that's cool. They fire the cannon from it every day. What else? I don't know. If you have the chance, go check it out. It's worth it. Now. Alright, now we can go under the bridge. Better to get out of the water. The mustache man again. Oh, it's no use, little buddy. A fish took my hook. I keep casting my line into the water, but I haven't got a bite. I thought this would happen. Alright. And I forgot that back in the village, there's one more thing to do with the trade sequence. I forget what we get for it. Oh, I think it's the broom. So let's go do that real quick. We've got the flower. Oh no, it's a fucking letter. Damn it. Which half is it? This one. Okay.
Oh, you brought me a hibiscus. How sweet. Well, since you are here, gentlemen, such a gentleman, I have a request to make of you. Will you listen?
Go, boy.
I would like you to take this letter to a Mr. Wright, who lives on the border of the mysterious forest, please.
You traded the hibiscus for a goat's letter. Great. Wasn't sure how to say that one. Hard to figure it out in that voice in the moment. But I know where Mr. Wright is, so let's go do this thing real quick. Mysterious forest. Not too far. Did you notice before that It's called the Mysterious Forest, but I think it was the owl called it the Mysterious Wood. Like, get your shit straight, bro. Hold on. Alright, I'm gonna retake this picture, and I had to restart the game. Unfortunately, this picture that we did before was lost, but it's caught on video how the chain chomp jumped into us a third time. Oh, I guess there isn't another dialogue there. Huh. But now at least it looks like Chompy's coming up behind us. And here's the perfect place to refill our hearts. These bushes always have 3 hearts. 1 heart in each one. And once you know that, you're really well off. Yeah. Eat rock! That glitch is so weird. Why would those corners specifically have rocks in them? So very, very strange. Oh, we're almost to Wright's house. Oh, boom! Lovely piece of power. Can you move? I'm trying to jump holes here. Aha! There he is.
What's this? A letter for me? I'm so happy. And look, the letter came with a photograph.
That is not her, bro. That is not who you're writing to.
She's so beautiful. I must give you something for your trouble. Well, it looks like all I have is this broom. How'll that be?
Fine. You got a broom as a reward from Mr. Wright. But that photo was not of... You have a carrier pigeon right there. Why don't you send that to handle your letters? I'm pretty sure the goat lady had one too. Why doesn't she send that? And hers, handle her letters. Okay, we can finally get this chest. Whoa, why did I turn around? Bump. Alright, we can finally lift the green skull. You got 50 rupees. Very nice. Babushka! Look at that. I barely even poked him. I just sent careening across the screen. Babushka! Don't shoot me with your arrow. Yep, I thought so. Babushka! Babushka. Okay. Now with the broom, we simply head back to the village, Maid Village, and we can trade the broom for the next item in the sequence, which looks like it's gonna have to be the last thing we do this episode. We are running out of time. I still love how the screen lightens up. So I played this on the original Game Boy, and the screen darkness does not change when you come out of the woods. Hard to believe, I know. There's the old lady who was sweeping before.
Yahoo! Yahoo! A new broom? For me? It is, isn't it?
Yes! Jeez, take it.
Okay, in return you can have this fishing hook I found when I swept by the riverbank.
Thank you. You exchange the broom for the fishing hook. What will the fishing hook become? Pretty sure it's going to stay a fishing hook forever, but I can trade it for something. So, actually we do got another minute. We can at least make it back to Maid Village. Let's see. We need 2 more pieces of heart, and there's 4 pictures left to take. We got 15 seashells. Just 5 more. I don't remember where the last 5 are. Well, actually, there's 7 left out in the world somewhere. But I only gotta find 5. So that is good. Ooh, can I do that cave? No. Nope, I'm thinking of a different cave. But I can certainly go give that guy the fish hook. Ow. That's a bomb. You guys! Ah. You jerks! I feel like there was one here. On the seashells, I mean. But apparently not. Oh well. Let's go do this real quick. And then we'll end this episode. Oh! Well, what is that you have in your hand? It's not a fishing hook, is it? You had better let me have it. I'll give you my next catch if you let me have it. Okay. Keep your eyes open and watch a pro at work. Oh, it's gonna get. My, that's a big one. Oh. The fish hook became a necklace. Lucky. Alright. Alright, I'll give you one more thing before we end this episode. Actually, no. No, I'm gonna make you wait for it. Yeah.
Well, if you want to see what we do with the fishermen, you'll just have to come back next time. So, if you like what you've seen here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. You can also follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/turbothumbs or on Twitter at twitter.com/turbo_thumbs. That's it for this time on Thumb Through. I've been Rasta Joe, and thank you for checking out Turbo Thumbs.